Hi, I'm Malcolm McDonald, ex-number 9 for Newcastle United, and you're watching Newcastle Fans TV.
Good evening, everyone. So, surprise, surprise, Newcastle's under-23s have been beaten again. You know, I've done a couple of videos earlier on this week about it, and when will it change, you know? So we played Liverpool at Prenton Park, which is next to Birkenhead. We're doing all right, you know. I thought Newcastle played so much better than what they have been recently. That was my shit Scouse accent. But on a serious note, you know, they went to Prenton Park, and this is the side that Peter Beardsley put out. So he went with Nathan Hawke and goal. It was Kitchen, Yarney, Gillespie, Cameron, Dan Ward, and then you had Bailey, Victor Fernandez, Mo Sangare, Carl Roberts, Tom Herdman. We did see Yassin Ben Almani get a run out later on as well. You know, we got off to a good start as well. You know, Carl Roberts, who got his first goal of the season. You know, at Prenton Park, it was nice to see him score because obviously he'd done okay when he went out loan to Kilmarnock, and you thought you might get a loan spell, but he's on the score sheet, which is absolutely fantastic. But the lead didn't last very long, to be fair. And great name this. Matty Virtue has equalised. However, it didn't really affect Newcastle because they still went on and played really well, even when they scored the equaliser just before the hour mark. So Newcastle was still in the game, and you know, it was a quality goal, which later on in the game, in the 83rd minute, absolutely phenomenal goal. If you do get the chance to see it on the website, Liverpool, it will be on the club's website and YouTube, I presume. But Ovi and Jara, what a goal it is. He picks the ball up from Liam Miller. Liam Miller backheels it to him. And then Jara, he just literally goes past a defender and then rounds Nathan Hawke and puts it in. It's an absolutely fantastic piece of skill and great individual supplying goal. And, you know, Newcastle go down and suffer a defeat. So I just wanted to touch upon there quickly. We saw Rehan Brewster, who was part of the England under-17s World Cup winning side. He scored a couple of hat-tricks in the World Cup. He ended up top scorer. He played 66 minutes and made his debut for the under-23s for Liverpool. So keep an eye out for that name in the future as well. Newcastle did have some other chances through Tom Herdman's header. You know, Dan Ward and Carl Roberts going close as well. We did have a couple that we had to clear off the line. I remember Yarney clearing one off the line as well, and Nathan Hawke was forced into a couple of stops during the game as well. So it's another defeat for Newcastle, and it's starting to get really worrying. It's now 1 win out of 11 games, which is, for me, I think that's absolutely shocking by the form that we've got at the minute of Peter Beardsley. I don't know what's going on, but it was much better, don't get me wrong, it was much better at night. But the competition that Newcastle were playing tonight was in the Premier League and the National Cup. Now, let's have a look at the standards. Now, Newcastle dropped to second. However, as you can see, there's not many games being played. PSV haven't even played yet. And if you come up against top quality opposition, you have to actually finish top of this group to qualify, and then the next best 2 second place teams from 6 groups will advance from it. So Reading is up next on what's it, the 20th at home. I think it'll probably be I would imagine it'll be switched to either St James's or Whitley Park, but we'll see where that gets switched to. But don't know what it is with the under-23s, and we're just on a really bad run of form. I've talked about it all week. Didn't want to keep talking about it as well because it's frustrating, and it's something that I really wanted to cover a lot this season was the under-23s. And I hope you all liking the under-23s, but I'm just sounding a little bit more negative every time I start covering them. And we're shocking at the minute. We're absolutely shocking. See yous. Ta-da.